modded. Hold on, what the fuck? There. So I tried to do a Fallout 4 survival modded run a little bit ago, but I realized that some of my mods were like not proportional to the rest of the game because I had this tactical weapons mod. So I'm just redoing it. I've kind of skipped over the beginning parts of the game, like getting the Minutemen out of Concord and helping. That's actually pretty much all I've done. I'm actually on my way right now to the Corvega assembly plant. But first, I want to go over some of the mods that I have installed, just so you guys understand what I'm playing with right now. If it ever loads. So, True Storms, that's what's making the weather so awesome. The unofficial Fallout 4 patch, which you pretty much have to have. I don't have that activated. Wasteland imports, so stuff from Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 and Fallout 2 and all that stuff will be in there. Everyone's best friend makes Dogmeat a second companion, so that way you can have 2 companions at once. Atomic Radio, just because it's dope. Advanced blood textures, improved map with visible roads, see-through scopes. Tales from the Commonwealth adds like a whole bunch of stuff. It adds 20 quests, 125 NPCs, 3 companions, and 1,000 lines into the game. So those are the kind of mods that I like the most. That's what I like to play with. Vault 1080 and NVIDIA's official expansion mod thing, so got that. Weightless junk, just because I like to collect junk for my settlements and stuff like that, and it drives me crazy how much it weighs, and I know I'm probably a pansy because it's survival and everything should weigh, but whatever. Lots more hairstyles. I didn't actually end up really using that, but Vivid Waters, you know. Sleeper save, that makes it where you don't have to sleep to save, but you still have to do it at a bed that's unowned. You can hit R, so that way you don't have to make an hour or so pass to save the game. Crowded Commonwealth just adds more stuff into the map, like just little places you can find. Modern Firearms, this is the one that probably changes the gameplay the most, in my opinion, for what I'm playing. Is it adds all these modern firearms into the game, like AK-47s and M14s and stuff like that, and it significantly scales up the damage, so that way you're having a gunfight and things will go down, like an average person will go down in like 5 or so shots at most, really, because that's how guns work. And that was the one thing that drove me crazy about survival the most, was how everything was just a bullet sponge. That's not the way I wanted it to be harder. I like that survival makes you eat and sleep and stuff like that, but I didn't want to just be shooting a billion bullets at something, and that's what most of my time would be spent doing. So I got that, and the reason why I had to restart my playthrough is because these new guns were scaled up, but it didn't do anything to the vanilla guns. The vanilla guns would still do low damage, and everything would be bullet sponge in comparison to those, while they have higher damage weapons and stuff like that. So I got another mod that goes with that somewhere down here on the list that scales up the vanilla weapons to kind of match these modern firearms. So everything does a lot of damage, and you got to remember that that's also what the enemies are doing too. So you might think that it's making it easy mode because of lots of sneak kills, and it kind of does, but when combat gets down to it, it's quick and it's deadly. Visible Companion Affinity kind of speaks for itself. Radio Nom, I probably won't be using that on the stream just because Twitch will mute any song that anyone might be familiar with, so. Devastation makes the land look a little bit more post-apocalyptic-y. Quick Power Armor Enter, Quick Enter. Welcome to Good Neighbor adds tons of content to Good Neighbor, like 2 story quests, 3 assassination missions, because Good Neighbor is awesome, and I wish it had more stuff in the base game. We got Campsite, which just lets you buy tents and sleeping bags, so that way you can kind of have like a portable save thing. But of course you have to be like out of combat and blah 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 blah, and not too close to something, I don't know. Quests Plus just adds more quests, and looks like they're looking for writers and voice actors and stuff like that. Deadly Bosses adds like 9 bosses to the game that belong to like no faction or Enclave. Ooh, that's cool. Dog meets backpacks who can help me carry some more shit. Bullet time. This was one of my favorite mods that I had for Fallout New Vegas. I think it was part of Project Nevada. And yeah, it basically allows you to use your AP to slow down time and still is actiony, so that way it's not just always VATS where it's just click and watch it play out, so you have more control over it. This is the mod that makes the vanilla weapons match up to it, and that's the one that does for the DLC, and I think that's all the mods I have here. So those are the mods I'm going with. The big game changers are the modern firearms and probably the bullet time, but also I should note that I previously had this expanded building area things that like added new places and new potential settlements such as Vault 111 and Linwood with customized board. It added a bunch of cool stuff, and you could scrapped a bunch of stuff, but it wouldn't let me use Sanctuary, so I've disabled it for the time being to see if I can maybe go back to Sanctuary and I can use the workshop, because it would just constantly tell me that I needed to clear enemies out of the area before I could use the workshop. But yeah, anyway. I also made my character look like almost exactly like me. Ooh. So we gotta go clear the Corvega assembly plant. These raider motherfuckers. I'm probably talking way quiet now.